Ladies and gentlemen, in this RedGamingTech.com video, I'm going to be taking a look at Splinter Cell Conviction. While it's a little bit old, a couple of years now, well, I think it's a very good game, and with the new Splinter Cell being lovingly crafted as we speak, I figure this is a good chance for you guys to catch up on the series if you've not already done so. Now, my first complaint of the game, if I had to level one, which I will, is the fact that it uses Uplay, and I have about the same relationship I have with stubbing my toe. I really dislike Uplay. I know some people don't mind it. I do, especially because, well, it's Steam, and then when you launch Steam, then you launch Uplay. It's just, to me, that extra level of just frustration, and I don't like it. I'll just be totally bluntly honest. However, I will say, in Ubisoft's defense, that this actual port is pretty darn good, and the game itself is pretty darn good. First thing, of course, we're going to do is jump into the options. So gameplay options first, just because I'm going to enable subtitles because I forgot to do that. I'm naughty like that. I'm going to click on back, however. Audio settings are not too bad, actually. You can see you've got a couple of options, including test 5.1 speakers and so on. I really do need to get a 5.1 pair of headphones at some point in the not too distant future. What else is there? Control options. Control options are fairly reasonable, actually. It's got full controller support, and you can enable or disable the controller mid-game. That does please me, might I add. As for the keyboard controls, you can rebind. So, for example, let's say we were to go with something that's absolutely no help to us. Let's say voice chat. And once again, you can just decide, hey, you know what, I want it to be that. Which is pretty cool. I'm just going to reset that to default, however, just in case I do happen to play online and completely forget that I've turned that to the 9 key, although I haven't actually played this game online yet. Mouse sensitivity, you've got the option. It's fairly interesting how it's, well, maxed at the start, but whatever. Video options is fairly generous as well. I'll actually say one thing straight off the bat. I absolutely love the way it gives you this menu. Despite the fact it doesn't give you all the options. By the way, you can even use a mouse wheel, which is a nice touch, actually, in the defense of the title. I wish that it gave you all the options straight off the bat rather than you having to scroll down, but I suppose it's just part of the game's aesthetic, and so I'll be honest, I can forgive it more than happily. It's fairly interesting that it does the rather odd thing that soft shadows, if I can speak, darn it, has 4 options, including low, medium, high, and very high, whereas environmental details do not go so high. They feel a bit left out. They've only got low, medium, and high. Missing the very high, obviously. Actually, before I forget, you've got plenty of options with anti-aliasing. I've left mine at 4 times because I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference after that. And anisotropic filtering. I have a feeling that I'm actually overriding this with the control panel anyway. Anisotropic filtering is 16, and once again, you've got all the options there, so it's pretty groovy. You've got HDR rendering and dynamic ambient occlusion, which it's pretty nice, as well as real-time reflections. I will say that this game actually looks fairly reasonable. It doesn't actually look too crappy. It actually looks pretty darn good, actually, to be fair. Now, the game does have an online mode, which is apparently fairly popular. I don't actually play it, to be honest. I've playing this game for single-player reasons, despite the fact that the single-player campaign isn't that lengthy. It's not going to really be enough to sink your teeth into. But I will say, straight off the bat, that I think the game does stealth extremely well. And let's be honest, there's not that many really awesome third-person stealth games out there. I mean, there's a couple. You could argue Hitman, Metal Gear Solid, although I'd say Metal Gear Solid 4 less stealthily. You've got the option to be less stealthy. And Siphon Filter, although I'm not sure when the last Siphon Filter is made. Splinter Cell actually works really well, especially Conviction. It's not flawless, but it's pretty darn good. So anyway, there are 3 modes. Realistic is pretty darn hard. Normal is the one I'd actually go for if you're not a masochist or you're not really good at stealth games. I'm not, I'll just be honest. I tend to screw up quite a bit on stealth games, as my Hitman playthrough is currently demonstrating. So Ubisoft do get some points actually for this game. I really do like it. Hopefully the next title in the series will be just as awesome sauce. You can actually skip the cutscenes. That makes me darn happy. Now I'm going to leave this in so you can listen to it. It's a fairly dark title actually, as most games seem to be right now. They seem to be, well, par for the course.
The thing you have to understand is this. The Sam Fisher you knew is dead. America killed him, asked him to make one sacrifice too many, cross one line too far. A drunk driver killed him, some anonymous asshole who ran down his daughter and vanished. She was the one thing in his life that humanized him. And his agency killed him. It set him up, turned him loose, and told him to pull the trigger on his best friend in a dirty New York City basement. Irving Lambert died by Sam's hand that day. And so did Sam. So he left. Left Third Echelon, left the life he knew, left America and Mom and apple pie, left it all behind. He hopped off the grid and went walkabout, looking for a reason to go on living. Eventually he found it. He caught a whisper in the wind that maybe his daughter's death hadn't been an accident. He heard a name. And he found somewhere to go looking. A city called Valletta. It's in Malta.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Phone call for you. Please accept this. Compliments of your call.
And here is Sam.
Who is this? How'd you find me?
Good old Sammy boy.
Give me a little credit, Sam. Don't tell me you don't recognize my voice even after all this time.
Grim, what do you want?
To save your life. We can go from there. A team of armed men just entered the marketplace looking for you. They're closing in on your position. Unless you do exactly what I say, this will be a very short conversation.
I'm not doing a damn thing until you tell me how you found me.
We're third
Stubborn
echelon,
bastard,
got an
isn't
eye on
he?
everyone. Look up. You'll see it.
I see it.
Then I can take it back up to safe altitude, and you can get moving.
You still haven't told me how you found me.
Move. You've got multiple hostiles inbound on your position, and from where you're at, you're a sitting duck. Now get to that group of stalls in the market. There's a lot of cover for you there.
Groovy.
Like the old days, huh, Grim?
Just like the old days, Sam.
Okay, at least I have a
You
pistol.
carrying?
Yeah, but I'd rather not risk a firefight when there's civilians around.
That's very noble of you. But right now what matters to me is getting you out of there in one piece. So get to that group of booths right now, or I can't help you, Sam.
Everybody leave! Get the fuck out of here!
Oh dear. Well, that escalated quickly. Go towards the market stalls. Sounds reasonable. Okay, so we're going to be running. I will say, to take cover, hold the right click.
Good. Now let's get you a little closer to those targets in the light over there.
Move to cover.
Go cover to cover until you reach the luggage stand.
Now, I do absolutely love the way this works. Now, as you can see, I just have to hold the right mouse button. And then I simply tap space, and he darts into cover quite nicely. Okay, now go again.
I'm there.
Hang
Sweet.
on. I'm tapping into the city's power grid. That'll let me overload the transformers near you and blow out those lights.
It's good to have people in high places, as they say. Right, now, one thing throughout the story is a consistent theme is various cutscenes that have the same effect. Various indications that you can see right here that it's on the wall. So all we have to do is go through into the room. And
Hey
it's
there,
kind of cool
kiddo.
looking, actually.
What's wrong?
I don't like the dark. It's scary. Turn on the light for me, please.
Switch on the light.
Come on, sweetie.
Very nice.
There's nothing to be afraid of in the dark. Sometimes darkness is a good thing. Like when you want to go to sleep.
I could go to sleep with the light on.
No, you don't.
When it's light, you can't see into a place that's dark. But when it's dark, you can see what's around you much better.
Really?
Really. So if there's monsters or bad people around, you can see them. And if you're in the dark, they can't see you.
I can't see you either. Can you please turn the light back on?
Okay. Then how about this? There's one really cool thing I didn't show you yet.
There is? Show me.
Okay, here it is. When you're in the dark and your eyes get used to it, you can see all sorts of things around you really well. And then you can do stuff with them.
Like what?
Now take a look at your mobile. You can see it really well, right? If there were monsters standing underneath it, because I can see it, maybe I could make it fall on them and they'd go away.
And it would fall on their heads and they wouldn't be bad anymore?
That's my girl.
Daddy, what was that?
Daddy needs you to stay in bed now, okay? He's gonna shut the door and I'll be back real soon, all right?
Okay, Daddy, I love you.
Stay in bed.
This is the man you don't want to break
Nice and
into.
dark, just the way you like it.
We're waiting for you, shithead. Ah!
Alright, if you insist, bro.
Man, where'd that fucker go? Shit. You think you're sick, Fisher? Yeah. Shit! Show yourself, Fisher. Fucking clips.
Now, we're gonna slowly move around.
Come out and show yourself, buttface.
Slowly
Fisher,
move
that's
up.
how you fight.
There we go.
Come out and show yourself, fuckface.
There we go, and dead.
What you got, man? You got anything good? This place is shit. Yeah, you picked it, asshole. You said we'd get a couple of thou easy.
I heard there was metals and shit we could fence in here. The lady that lives here is hot. Maybe we could wait for her to come home.
Take it out and trade.
Now Shit. you're talking.
Press C to hand-to-hand kill. Hand-to-hand have the ability to execute, which gives me please and pleasure. Q to mark one target, Q to mark the next target, and E. So it's a little bit like Hitman, actually, in that respect. You remember you can quickly mark targets and kill them
Dad?
very effectively.
What did you do to them, Dad?
Sarah, baby, don't look.
What are you doing, Daddy?
What are you doing? Sam, talk to me. Sam?
This man has some
Sam,
serious
are you
issues.
there? Come on, don't check out on me. There you are. They brought in some reinforcements.
I
and
absolutely
called
love
the
the way
shots.
that that works.
Get a hold of him. I'll ID him, and you can figure out what questions to ask.
I don't think we actually want to pick up another weapon, do we? Yeah, might as well actually, just cause. For the shits and giggles, if you will. Actually, let's go with the silence weapon. Right now, because I'm in the dark, you can see just how effective that is. Now, it's really nice actually to be able to do this because this guy is dead meat. You see just how quickly you can take this guy out.
Tobin. Oh man, why we gotta keep working for this guy? His money's good.
And now we execute. The execute abilities, to be honest, are extremely powerful. And if I had to criticize the game, I'd actually say almost too powerful. They do ridiculous amount of damage. Now, obviously, for the most part, the light is evil on this game. Obviously, black and white indicates darkness, as I think you guys have an idea by now.
His name is Dimitri Gramkos, a local street-level boss. He hires himself and his gang out on a regular basis.
Who's he working for now?
Why don't you ask him?
I think I will.
That's very nice of you. It's kind of odd, actually, that the right click is actually for the cover, although it does work extremely well. Now, for those of you who are playing on pad, which I normally do, to be honest with you, The game does run really well on pad. I don't necessarily know if it's better on pad or if it's better on keyboard and mouse. I do think both work quite well.
Nah, man. Shit. This Fisher guy's smart. Probably ran out the back entrance to the market, left us thumbs up our asses.
Not happening. Back's all blocked off. He's gotta come through here.
Hopefully before we die of old age.
Cover me, you assholes!
Right.
Down!
Come get us, Fisher! We're not going. Go, let's go! Go!
$1,000 for the go, kill.
You can see they literally have no idea where the hell I am right now, which is fantastic.
Stay here alive, you got it?
Sounds reasonable to me.
Take him down!
Yes.
Lead the target, you assholes! Let him have it! You gotta kill him!
And he'll quickly roll over. Generally speaking, you can take a little bit of damage when you're doing stuff like that, but most of the time you don't because it's quite subtle.
I'm out of here.
Excellent. Now we can actually chase the target. Right, it's actually weird because shift actually changes between running and, well, not. I warn you, this scene is fairly graphic, so if you're offended easily, you might not want to look.
No more playing around. Who sent you?
Fuck you!
Wrong choice. I heard you like toilets, bro. What's that, you don't like toilets?
Okay, enough. You wanna know, send me?
I love the way the story is told by this, actually. Much better than a regular flashback. I wish more games did this.
Anything people want, he gets it for them.
Not good enough. Why does Coben want me dead?
Don't.
Oh, he wants more interrogation.
He drove the car that hit your daughter. Used to brag about it, you know? Heard you were coming, so he hired me to kill you before you.
Actually, a nice effect that it's actually even in the mirror.
Where do I find him?
You don't understand.
I don't think this man's actually a patient dude.
In the city, the old museum on King George Street. It's his place now. Guards out front and on the sides. Don't tell him I told you.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell him a damn thing.
It's considerate of him, really, isn't it? Not ratting out.
Don't tell him I told you. But I knew all along that's where Sam would be going. Anything dirty in Malta ran through that mansion. Coben's whole operation was based there, and he turned the place into a fortress. Which, to be fair, it pretty much was to start with. And that was before he filled the place with jumpy guys toting automatic weapons. But Sam knew Coben was in there. And that he might know something about what happened to his daughter. So, Sam was going in, no matter what.
It's fairly odd, actually, with the cutscenes. They seem to be lower resolution. I'm not sure if that's just my opinion, but they do seem to be somewhat grainy. It might be an aesthetic choice, however. Although I will say the stories are told fairly nicely. But as I've said, the only problem I have is, well, Uplay, and I have issues with Uplay for numerous reasons. It's not awful or anything, don't get me wrong. But I just have a few problems with it, and Origin. Okay. So, let's just press space to peek under it. Okay. I don't have a clue how the bloody hell he's zooming in or anything. All I can assume is that he's doing it via the power of, you know, sheer will. Nevertheless, yes. Obviously a man crouching down is not going to arouse any suspicion.
Do what?
This. Just go out and have a nice evening.
You mean stand around while you tell me what a wonderful time we're having? No, thank you.
What's got you?
Okay, so we have to get up there.
You know what? You probably don't, and that's a big.
Of course this place is dead. It's way too. Do you have a problem?
Crazy.
Yeah, I do actually, bro.
Is something wrong with that guy?
I've got a couple of options.
What? No, that's not what I said.
Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Right, it can be a bit tricky with the mirror. I do wish that it used different buttons in Honesty to get in and out.
I didn't get that. Say again.
That's it. Let's see.
Copy that.
Can't say I blame them. What, because of the shipment? That's bullshit. We've handled like 6 of these already. You heard the client. They're very serious about this one.
Kill this guy nice and quick.
For my next trick.
The way he's been powdering his
Pretty much.
Thank God it's the last one. Get it out of here. Hope this goes screwed up. Hope we don't hear it. No, it's gonna stay locked in here. Yeah, the guys are gonna make it. It's sad.
Don't worry about me, bros.
I heard that Russian gig went down sweet. Yeah, but this Fisher guy's got him spooked bad. Shit!
Take these guys out real quick. Sweet as a nut. Oh, don't worry about it. Bye. I would imagine that probably wouldn't kill you. It doesn't look that particularly far. Okay, so we want to take out the light switch. This game is all about disabling lights. You can actually do weird things like that, but it's not exactly the best way for subtlety, as you can imagine.
They missed the hit on Fisher at the market. I guess it's up to us now, man. Man, did you see that list of meds Coben wants?
He eats them like candy, man. Probably wants a new flavor.
No, I mean the list. We wrote it all down on the side.
Fuck!
Just quickly execute those dudes, because, well, fuck them. And we will continue to be sneaky. I've currently grabbed a Scorpion. Now, 1 and 2 do switch between weapons. You can see right now I have an SMG. Now, obviously, that would basically alert the whole world to my presence, let alone the people in the mansion. So we want to keep as quiet as possible. Okay, looks like we're groovy through here. Excellent. There's a couple of dudes down there.
So what are we supposed to do with these? Drag them to that lockdown. Oh, shit! Someone took out the chandelier!
I just wanted to be a bastard, just cause really.
Oh shit! Guys, we got a problem. Look around.
Now we have to be sneaky. Hopefully. Sounds like there's someone behind there, in before someone comes through the door. Excellent. Alright, come on, dudes. Promise I won't kill ya. I like that. Are they not coming through the door? Apparently not. Oh shit, that was not the smartest thing that I've ever done in my life. Okay, they don't actually seem to want to come through this particular room, which is odd. Of course he doesn't. Okay, that. That's not very nice. Yes, much better. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
Fisher. I know you're close. What the? I'm making. Jeez.
That's right, you check on the... Well, basically this. You really don't want to piss off someone like Sammy Boy.
Come here, show yourself. We don't play that sort of game in Coben's mansion.
Uh-huh.
Is that you, Fisher? Come on, show yourself. Coben wants to see you.
I will say the only problem I've got with this is the guards are a little bit repetitive in what they say.
Well, fuck you.
Oh, it's not so much of a warning and now, is there? Is I'm Mr. Lethal and all. There's a weapon stash, that pleases me. Just out of curiosity, can you shoot that? You can. Just idly curious. Now this game is fairly cheap actually at the moment, and I'd actually encourage you guys to pick it up. You can see weapon stashes. Upgrade. I have 500 points. Alright. Cost. I've got 500 available. Magazine. Laser sight. Hollow ammo. Sounds good, and also sounds good. I like it. Now, there's not too many of those dotted around, but there is enough to where you can do what you need to do, if that makes sense.
How we doing? We're ahead of schedule. Yeah, no kidding. Any idea what's in the big box?
I'm sure, I don't know how the hell they didn't hear that.
So this means we're using the usual pilot for this run? He does all the tough shipments.
There we go. Sneaky, sneaky.
The Americans don't, that's why they're going for the ride, I guess. Yeah, protecting their investment. All I'm saying is I wouldn't want to be that guy right now, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know. Loaded? Check.
I have no idea how the hell they're not hearing that, to be honest, but regardless.
Yeah, check. Port materials? Check. The big crates? Check.
Oh, shit!
That? Check. That stuff? Check.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I don't think they heard me, or I don't think they knew where it came from anyway. Let's try to be a little bit cautious now though. There's no need to be that militant. Okay, let's climb up here. So, Sam is quite the ninja, and unlike Weedy...
Not too bad.
Sweet. And unlike the Weedy one, also known as Snake, his forearms don't start burning after 5 seconds.
I'll go check on that.
Shit! Shit!
Come on, I promise I won't shoot you in the face. Well, I might shoot you in the face, depends if I like you.
Oh shit.
Oh, they know where I am now. Ow, ow. Now, that outline is actually a great example of where I was, or where they think I am. Ow, and I'm dead. It's actually pretty quick to die. Now, I kind of wanted to show you guys just how quickly you can die on this game. Fortunately, you don't start too far back. So, anyway, let's actually deal with this properly now. Let's climb up this pipe.
Any idea what's in the big box? The next one's in your head!
Ow. Okay.
Come on, the sooner we get this loaded up, this... What?
What the?
There we go. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, so at least you can hop up, I suppose. Right, Let's take care of this dude. I've got 2 stored executions, but I don't want to use it just yet. I'd rather melee this dude.
Surprise.
Yeah, screw it. Let's just murder him. Sure, he doesn't need his neck for anything particularly helpful.
All teams, conduct on area sweep and report in.
Shit! Fuck! What the fuck? Fucking shit, he's dead.
We gotta find the guy who did that.
Heads up, guys, we got trouble. Smells like Fisher.
Nah.
Holy shit!
Darkness is the one on this game.
Fuck! Fuckhead! The motherfucker's gotta be hiding right over there! How'd you like that, huh?
Well, I'm actually pretty cool with it, bro.
That shit doesn't work, asshole. Come on out.
Fuck, man.
Okay. They still think I'm over there, so that's cool. I think it's coming up the stairs. Yes, it is.
Fisher! Come here! I'm no Gramco!
Why? Just cause, right? I think they're all dead. They look all dead to me. It's fairly far down, actually, but we should be able to just simply drop. And one more drop. Okay, plays pretty well. Okay, we can actually grab the shotgun, should we so desire. And I think we do desire, don't we? So yeah. I don't like how space is context sensitive for, well, pretty much so many different things. I wish that that was a little bit more thought out, but still, not a massive complaint. Okay, let's go into here. And we're going to have to be a bit more cautious now because enemies are going to be a bit more prolific. F, an EMP, and that will take out the lights temporarily. I think I was silent there. Oops, wrong weapon. Okay.
Hey, Fisher! Shit, is this thing on? It is? Good. I don't know how you got this far, Fisher.
Take
But
the
you're not
look.
getting any further.
You two, you're on the right.
Back up and
Guns
you
up.
found me!
Careful,
That's
watch
as
your
far
back.
as it goes. You're not gonna lay a goddamn finger on me, you hear me?
Flush him out.
You know why not?
Take him down.
Sure, bro.
You're gonna be dead! You hear me? You Fisher! Dead! Motherfucker! So if you wanna run, I'll give you a head start. You keep coming, I'll be waiting! And I'll take care of you the same way I take care of everyone else who fucks with me! And one more thing. Your daughter, your precious little daughter, she was a fucking whore!
Oh, he's got some attitude problems, doesn't he?
I'm not afraid of you, bitch! I don't like this. Stay alert, cover me.
You're gonna like this a lot less, I can guarantee that, bro. Okay.
Shit!
Well, if I can't execute them one way, I'll execute the bastard the other way. That's how I look at it.
Dude's over there somewhere! Whoa, man! You ain't nothing, Fisher! Nothing! It's go time.
Okay, guys. Let's go.
Move it, move it! Show your face, fucker! Guys, Fisher! You should've stayed at the market!
Oh shit.
That's it. Hide and don't move, Fisher. We need... I'm coming, asshole!
Up we go. Definitely up we go.
Fisher, you punk-ass bitch! Show yourself!
So aggressive. There we go.
I'll find you and I'll kill you, Fisher!
This is so awesome. You actually feel like you're properly hunting, which is something a lot of games don't do that well, in my opinion. Through here, I feel. Nah. What gives you that idea? Is it all the dead bodies that keep appearing? Surely not. I do like doing that. Oh, bollocks. There we go. Okay, let's have a quick look at the challenges that I've actually done. Okay. You can see just how many you've got. Once you're spotted, vanish without neutralizing any enemies. See just how much this earns. Anyway, I think this is a pretty good place to call this particular video. I might release one more part. I'd recommend checking this game out. It's fairly good price at the moment, as I'm recording this. Steam sales are still on. As I was saying, I think this title is really good. The stealth is done excellently. It can feel a little bit clunky at times. This is primarily due to the fact that you have to look through doors and so on, using the same button to open them. I believe the same cardinal sin was exactly what Hitman Absolution did. To be fair, Hitman Absolution is a later game and therefore it should have been remedied. I don't like that. It should be something different, such as, say, the reload key or something. Okay, maybe not the reload key, but something useless, something that you wouldn't normally press, like the crouch key or something similar. It's just irritating because you can accidentally open the door, which is very bad if someone happens to already be there. Nevertheless, overall, Sammy Boy is a very well-equipped dude. He controls excellently. It feels a bit clunkier on keyboard and mouse than joypad, but that's not to say it's bad. It certainly handles better than most games. And he doesn't feel like a truck when he's controlling, which is quite nice. He doesn't feel like he's on rails. So yeah, I'd actually recommend you check out Splinter Cell Conviction. There is multiplayer. I'm not sure how busy that is. I might check that out in another video, however. Regardless, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video, and I will see you around soon. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.